بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear viewers across this globe, after praising Almighty Allah, I'd like to convey my salam to you and the people around you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace be unto all of you. We are still watching this episode under the name of the Oasis of Ramadan, where we are looking for great things in the middle of the desert, and the best thing that we have in our hands is the Holy Quran. And the more knowledge we get about the Holy Quran, the more we would know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala better, and the more we can perfect our ibadah, and the more we can understand the nature of this great religion, so that we will be really qualified to share our knowledge with the people around us. One part of the nature of human beings is to speak, and to speak a lot. People love to speak. It's almost not just a passion, but it's a desire. You find most of the people speak. Yes, some of them speak more than others, but they don't understand that the more they speak, the more they make mistakes and errors, and the more they will be responsible for that. So without paying attention to this fact, it becomes very difficult for human beings on the day of resurrection, when they have to account for all what they have done and all what they have said. And we know that we have angels here and there. 2 angels are recording everything that we say, and we have to account for that. We have to be accountable for what we do and what we say. And this teaches us, yes, from particularly in the month of Ramadan, we can do some control on our tongues, on what we say. And the most dangerous thing that you can do in this life is you talk about Allah without knowledge. And this is one of the tasks of the shaitan. He pushes us, he invites us, he encourages us to speak. وَأَن تَقُولُوا عَلَى اللَّهِ مَا لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. You speak about Allah with things that you have no knowledge. Without any knowledge about Allah, you speak about Him. How come? How can you speak about things that you are not aware of it? How does this machine works? How does this tool works? How can you talk about it if you don't know? If you don't have the knowledge to do it? This is about normal things here. So how about doing this to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? It's one of the biggest insults to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when you talk about Him without any knowledge. When you say that God has a son, what kind of a statement is that? Where did you get this from? No book in the world you will find that says that God said that I have a son. Where is that? There is nothing. It's man-made statement. You have to understand that this is a very dangerous thing. And today I'm going to teach you very short ayat. Combined together, they will save you a lot of headache and a lot of trouble that you will fall in if you don't know them. And this, take it as a guideline for you that would help you control yourself and keep your tongue without letting it go openly, and you speak a lot of things that are incorrect. The first one of these ayat, teach yourself all the time this ayat. Remind yourself, repeat it as much as possible. أَأَنْتُمْ أَعْلَمُ أَمِ اللَّهِ. Are you more knowledgeable, or Allah is more knowledgeable? All the time ask yourself, do you know more? Do you know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, one of His names and attributes is Al-Alim, all-knowing? Do you know that this had been repeated in the Quran more than 200 times? To remind you that He is Al-Alim. So all the time ask yourself, أَأَنْتُمْ أَعْلَمُ أَمِ اللَّهِ? Do you know more or Allah knows more? For those who love to talk nonsense. People, it may be acceptable to talk nonsense about anything, but not about Allah, not about religion, not about Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Anything you will say without knowledge, you will be responsible for it, and you will blame no one on the day of the resurrection except yourself. So it's much better to all the time remind yourself, أَأَنْتُمْ أَعْلَمُ أَمِ اللَّهِ? The answer is quite obvious, that Allah, أعلم, Allahu أعلم, Allah knows better. Allah knows best. Allah is the all-knowing. This would help you control your talk a little. Don't think that the limited knowledge that you have acquired throughout your life is something really significant. In reality, it is very trivial. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ, above every knowledgeable person, there is another knowledgeable one. And above all of them is Almighty Allah. So this would help you to control your tongue to some extent. And then the second ayah is لا تقدموا بين يدي الله ورسوله. If you know that Allah knows more, Allah has more knowledge, so the result is what? Is do not say anything. Do not submit anything. Do not suggest anything. Do not say anything about Allah before you know what Allah said about Himself, and before you know that what Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said about any matter in the world. Before you say your opinion, before you say your initiative, before you say anything, try to control yourself. Say Allahu A'lam, wait and ask. But don't say anything and then you start making the research after that. No. Do the research. Ask people who are specialized. Do your job first before you say anything. At least people would respect you and would love you because you don't speak nonsense. A lot of people say nonsense. And I want you to take any text, any recording of a human being for 10 minutes or so, any discussion among people, and try to analyze it, and you can see how much nonsense is in it. To avoid being into that, teach yourself these two ayat. أَأَنْتُمْ أَعْلَمُ أَمِ اللَّهِ. The second one, do not say anything, do not suggest anything before you know what Allah has said in the Quran or before what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the Sunnah. After you know, you can speak. But don't initiate anything of your own. Don't say your feedback. Don't say your comment before you know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said. Because here you are making a grave mistake against yourself that you will be responsible for it on the Day of Judgment. And thirdly, teach yourself this, because this is not easy. It may be easy for you to listen to it, but it is difficult for you to implement it and obey it. Therefore, the third ayah that you need to learn is سَمِعْنَا وَأَطَعْنَا. I listened to you, I got the advice, I understood it, and the most difficult part of it is I obeyed it. A lot of people would say that, yes, I heard you, I got it. But it is very difficult for them to say that I obeyed it, I implemented it in my life. These three ayat, short, beautiful, short and sweet ayat, they can help you solve most of your problem on this planet. If you get them and it becomes part of your DNA, if you can manage to take these ayat and insert them in your blood so you would be able to do them, to practice them in your life, it becomes very easy for you later on. So again, I'll repeat these 3 ayat that combined together, they can solve almost all your problems, if not all your problems. It can solve the problem of human beings, all human beings, if they abide by them. The first one is, again, it is أَأَنْتُمْ أَعْلَمُ أَمِ اللَّهِ. You have to establish this. Are you more knowledgeable or Allah? Of course, Allah. And then do not suggest or say any initiative before you know what Allah and His Messenger said about it, before you say your own opinion. لا تقدموا بين يدي الله ورسوله. And this is in Surah Al-Hujurat. And the last one is سمعنا وأطعنا. We listened and we obeyed. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those who say سمعنا وأطعنا. We listened, we heard, and we obeyed. Ameen, Ameen. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us explain this truth so that people will be guided to this great religion. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب